night at the airport again. So Hans Christian Andersen wrote some of the most important fairy tales. Yes. So Lego is a Danish company. It's coming our way.
We're gonna get rained on.
Good morning! We woke up at like 8 o'clock. We're so tired.
We're taking the linens apart.
There's so many people on bikes. I love it.
Maybe just everybody has a bike and it's just cheaper way to get around. There's like more bikers than traffic in the USA.
Did you just challenge me?
Yes, I did.
Oh. Going again.
Hey, which one are we? What? She scored on me already.
Ooh.
I got it faster finally. Janae's in.
Go, Nene, go.
All right, as we tour Copenhagen, we're leaving our bags at the hostel. So Kendra, Caleb, and Isaac are heading to the gluten-free bakery. Me and the girls are here at this awesome park. Did you find a tricycle?
It was a bit of a walk, but we found a charming gluten-free bakery that had everything Caleb needed. Caleb chose one of these and one of those. Excited?
Yeah.
Lori just came up and asked Elise if she wants a ride. So with trying to find a gluten-free bakery, we're starting the day with a 1 mile walk, and it was in the sun, it was hot, through the city, and it was pretty miserable. But then we found this park. We found the trees, we found the bushes, we found the bikes and the kids, and this is where we belong.
So we hit the gluten-free bakery and then just the grocery store. The grocery store has lots of fresh bakery items for the rest of us. And then I can also grab some bananas.
A little bit.
That is so fun.
Get up, get up. Get up, get up.
They're really loving these bikes.
It's always hard for me to grab the camera to film our harder moments. So let me just tell you about them. Last night, arriving late into Copenhagen, we were cranky pants, grumpy pants, everybody. So last night was our first night ever staying in a hostel, and I had previously not known that hostels could be family friendly. I thought they were just for like young people traveling the world alone, and anyway. But there was also lots of amenities, like there was a cafe down on the main area and things to play, like they had a pool table and a ping pong table and a foosball table, they had a children's playroom, and there were just people around. Like it was a really fun environment, and it was right there central in downtown Copenhagen, which is where we wanted to stay, and this made it much more affordable for our family.
Oh! You scored! This is delicious. I love Danish pastries.
Yep, they're known for their pastries. You ready for a spin?
I am so grateful for parks in cities. They are like a breath of fresh air. In the middle of all the buildings, this has been a really happy moment for our family. Travel tip for families: anytime you need an emotional reset, find a park and chill for a minute. Not exactly sure how to play with this.
We lost. It's like a video game, and you have to twist it to the correct spot, and it also can like tell you how fast you're going. We got up to 30 kilometers per hour.
That is cool. A little toilet.
Janae was pretty excited that it's her size. Actually, I'm totally gonna use the little kid toilet because it's right here.
So we ate breakfast all together with those pastries. We're finishing up playing at the park, and then we're gonna go pick up some rental bikes, because that's the way you travel around Copenhagen. We're renting bikes, and we have this cargo bike.
Vega? Yeah. Hi, Vega.
Vega, you're a cutie.
Vega reminds me of my dog.
first stop, Church of Our Lady. So this is the original of the statue. You know how you've seen copies of it everywhere? This is the original. So the other statues are 11 of the original apostles, and then Paul is added in the place of Judas.
I wish we were here on a Sunday. It would be fun to come to church here.
I've seen so many like replicas of this statue, but I've never known that there was like an original. I've never thought of that, so it's really cool to see it.
Yeah.
I really like how like the clothing falls. It's so like you would actually think that's how the clothing would fall.
The scripture on the bottom says Matthew 11:28, and it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." So those words at the bottom must say, "Come unto me." It's noon and the bells are ringing.
How many rings are we going for here?
The whole song.
I've counted. We're at over 100 by far.
All right, riding to our next destination. All right, we're learning about Hans Christian Andersen. So Hans Christian Andersen wrote some of the most important fairy tales.
He wrote The Pea Princess.
Princess and the Pea.
Princess and the Pea, Little Mermaid.
Ugly Duckling.
So Frozen, The Emperor's New Groove are all based on his
Frozen.
Thumbelina.
It's called The Snow Queen. Charles Darwin was born right after, and Beethoven was composing things, and Napoleon imprisoned the Pope when he was 4.
Yep, so just giving a timeline of what was going on in 1805 when he was born. Hey, this is one of my favorite lines I've seen. In 1822, Andersen writes a couple badly written plays. They are rejected, but he is seen as having promise. Isn't that the truth? If you want to be good at anything, you're going to start bad.
When he was 11 years old, his father died in one of the Napoleonic Wars, and he had to go work in a factory.
So again, these stories are explaining how he tried acting and singing and dancing, and he failed at all those things. And he failed at writing. And then when traveling abroad, he was inspired while visiting Rome and actually had his first breakthrough as a writer, and then went on to write all of these amazing fairy tales. I think so often we quit too early when we could develop skills to get really great at something. What's this a story of?
Es lebten einmal 6 kleine Meere stützt von den anderen Mädchen. The youngest little mermaid was the most lovely and longed for the day that she would visit the surface of the water to see the wonders of the world.
I will prepare a magic drink that will transform your fish's tail into human legs.
So as we've been coming to Copenhagen, we actually read The Little Mermaid. What did you guys think about it?
It was really good. I loved it.
How is it different than the cartoon?
It doesn't have the ending is different.
No little crab?
Sebastian and
Kiss the girl, sha-la-la-la-la.
There's no music?
it's
But
like
it's good. I like the backstory. They help bring it more to life.
I really like it because I feel like it's more realistic, because I feel like all the Disney movies just like make everything turn out well, but this one was like more, I don't know.
Did it have a sad ending?
She was called Thumbelina.
Oh my gosh, it's a rat! It's a rat! It's a rat!
There were hundreds of princesses who would have been glad to say yes, but he wanted to marry the emperor's daughter.
All right, here's the tough question of the day. What's your favorite story from Hans Christian Andersen?
Little Mermaid and that one right there.
The Little Mermaid and the Emperor Has No Clothes?
Or Ugly Duckling and Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
I liked the one, the princess and the prince.
Life itself is the most wonderful fairy tale. I think that this quote is one of the reasons I love vlogging.
That should be our motto. It says to travel is to live.
Riding in Copenhagen to the next stop.
This is the part where we're traveling as a family and we're all driving each other crazy, and it's kind of miserable. We had a friend who said if we were coming here, we had to eat hot dogs. So we're gonna do it. Hot dog. Do you want ketchup too?
Yes. Mine is wrapped in like, no pickles. Perfect.
Alright, what do you want?
I'm gonna try it with my dad's sauce.
With everything or with
Bacon or without bacon? With bacon, of course.
Bacon makes everything better.
The outside is like so hard.
Yeah, you really have to bite through it.
Their ketchup is weird.
It's different.
After he was mesmerized by a ballet of the fairy tale in August of 1913, and sadly has been the victim of several instances of vandalism.
Found another playground in a beautiful park.
Are you kidding me? I've never seen anything like this.
That is a fun way to play.
I don't know if it is, but I hope it is.
Makes sense. It does look like it's gonna rain. We've heard some thunder.
There's
Felt some drops.
Thunderstorm alert.
So we're hoping we don't get soaked.
I checked the weather app and it was like severe thunderstorm at 20 something.
So it looks like these kids over here are playing cricket or something like that.
Isn't it like a knockoff of baseball?
Maybe baseball's a knockoff of cricket. Those clouds are looking ominous.
We should probably get our family to cover. We're gonna get rained on.
Looks like a force field's coming on us. No, I know what it is. It's like the Fortnite storm is coming. It's like a bomb. But I think it's like the Fortnite.
Well, before it catches us, it's coming our way. Come on. In Copenhagen, riding our bikes around. Woo! The girls are covered now.
How was that?
Wet.
It was a little wet. A little refreshing. They made it back. The girls are underneath the cover. They're lucky.
Yeah, but the bag got wet. There's a leak.
Oh.
Well, we dropped off the bikes, but we still have a lot of walking to do today. Or should I say, running in the rain. So we have ponchos and rain jackets. We just didn't pack them in the bag that we brought out with us today. That was silly. All right, we're stepping out of the rain and into a true Danish treasure, Lego. So Lego is a Danish company.
Really?
Yeah, it's a family from Denmark. The Harry Potter section.
Well, it's the one that has like, oh.
Apparently there is an upstairs. Whoa. This is incredible.
Which flavor do you want? We have to get ice cream in every country we visit.
Denmark's.
I wanted, that one looks so good.
It's like a strawberry sorbet cream. And what's marzipan?
Marzipan. Marzipan.
You know what it is?
And it's like almond.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
No, I'm getting my favorite.
Flødebollefest. We're really struggling with that flavor.
Flødebollefest.
Flødebollefest.
I'm gonna get it.
I like Denmark's ice cream.
And with what?
All right, we got a taxi to go to the airport for our next destination.
Dun dun dun. It was a short time in Copenhagen.
So we definitely do plan on spending more time when we're in a country. This was kind of a bonus trip. We knew that we could fly straight from Stockholm to our next destination or come down and do one day in Copenhagen and fly out from here. And we really wanted to at least get a piece, a slice, a little taste of Denmark. And so I'm glad we did this day in Copenhagen, but on to the next spot. So we had planned on just walking to the train station, taking a train to the airport. But with rain, we didn't want to get all of our bags wet or ourselves all wet before another flight.
Wet shoes is kind of the worst.
Yeah, we're still honestly a little damp. We're drying off before our flight. All right, at the airport again. So because of security, I think we prefer going by train or bus, but it was actually cheaper for us to fly to the next destination than take a train.
It would have been a really long train.
It would have been. We maybe could have done like an overnight version, but then it would have been like super expensive. So
what's your favorite form of travel so far?
Long distance, I like trains, but if it's like even longer, I like airplanes.
Okay.
But I think my favorite kind is the metro. I mean, I know that can't get us really long distances, but I like it when we're in the city.
It is really fun. How about you? What's your favorite way to travel?
I like if we have hour drives. I like the train because it's really different and fun.
Yeah.
If it's like in between the city, metros are way better than buses in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then airplanes.
Do you prefer driving in a car or riding in a metro?
Metro, depending if it's full or not.
Yeah.
Janae, what's your favorite way to travel?
I like train.
Good job.
I made it this time.
We made it.
Let's go.
Good night. Hostel.
So the next place we're going is... We are kayaking.
80 different troll art. I'm not gonna lie, this moment feels a little outside of my comfort zone.